Buenas noches. Good evening. I hope all is well. As you must have heard, the country of Sudan, as well as known as Nubia, was attacked by the people within the government, which harm other people. It's a disgrace on so many levels. And it's also a disgrace of how many people who's not from Africa has their hands in it. Economically, national security, is too much power given to people who is not from their continent. Not enough power and resources for the people who's from there without another outside regime. It's horrific what is going on right now. But I'm not disappointed because I know what regime runs it by de facto, illegally, unlawful. We all know the epitome to the problem. I guess some may say I'm just crazy enough or brave enough to even speak up about it. I know their intent. Some people only want peace if you do things their way. And if it's not done their way, there's no longer peace. The hypocrisy must end. It must end on every level. Ownership, financial, security, resources. I haven't been in Africa since I was a young boy with my father. I know a lot have changed over the years. But you know one thing that have not changed. A particular regime who's killing and harming our people. Financially benefiting from our land. And everybody turns a blind eye. It's despicable. I hate it. But I'm not going to be the type who just complain about it. As you know, I will build myself up to make sure we will become an equivalent. I appreciate the fact that Muammar Gaddafi was taken out. Why? Because his one currency regime would have helped complete a one Muslim Arabic country regime, not with just finances, with empower, force of religion. We gotta think about these things. And we gotta be fed up and tired of being under other people. Not by enslavement, not by debt, and not by contracts. It's time out for this. If we gotta beat them mentally when it comes to paperwork and law, I'm sure we can do it if we really wanted to apply it. But now is the time, if no other time. Now is the time. People is dying in my country for no reason. And yet, they're financially benefiting and making trade deals with other foreign countries while the people of the land suffer. It's ridiculous. How long are we going to keep letting other people's ideology, religion, and belief system and security control us? That's what we're doing. And it's not just in Africa. It's globally. Globally. It's time out for this. Vladimir Putin, I like you personally, but I cannot continue to agree with your movement if you continue to support the Muslim Arabs. I like you personally, but I can't continue to do this and watch my people die. It's just don't make common sense. On top of that, the people globally as well as China need to realize when you do business with the people of Sudan and they're operating under de facto, it's not completely lawful. It may be barely legal because of certain crimes, but it's not lawful. It's under de facto. It wasn't gained in the proper way. They're not the original people of the land. Secondly, I do not want no Democratic people using me or giving me symbology, subliminal symbology like that impresses me. That does not impress me. Symbology and entertainment, that does not impress me. What impressed me is making sure I am lawfully gaining the things of my country. My people is safe. We building economical systems. The subliminal stuff y'all do in America with the entertainment, it does not impress me. I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about the well-being and the safety of myself, my family, and the people of my land. When are we going to start bringing up the topics of you want to force things on the leaders in Africa, but you will never force things on the people that's in Saudi Arabia or any other Islamic Arabic rulership? And I want to be very clear. Towards Saudi Arabia or any Muslim country, I have no problem who you worship. I have no problem at all. I may not agree, but I have no problem who you worship. That's not my problem. The problem is when it's forced on our land and our continent. That's it. If all of y'all went back to Saudi Arabia and practiced Islam, I would be thankful and it would be peaceful on both ends. But this is about greed, imperialism, and scare tactics. Let's be real and let's be open. It don't make sense for the people of the African Kemet continent from there or in there should be benefiting less than the other presidents or any business people under commercial status. Because you know good and well, face to face, one-on-one, when it comes to international law and business, I understand who and who is not operating in de facto and why. Why y'all will continue to try to help spread your regimes like China, but doing it through paperwork. I'm very certain the way things were the last time I was there, it's been a great improvement. I see it. Like I said, I was a young child the last time I came with my father. But my father and my grandfather keep me in tune and kept me in tune with my African culture. And I still stay in tune with it, of course, as you know. But I just say that to say, contracts, birth certificates, it's sometimes it may be these little things that can hinder us. The Africans in Africa, Europe, America, South America, China, it don't matter. But everybody who keep controlling us, controlling our lands, controlling our options, it must cease. Somehow it got to cease. I'm going to do my part and keep building me and my team up and my alliances with the people I think who's like-minded like me, like Republicans, like the Jewish community. I understand the prophecies and I understand the times we are in. I'm not saying I know it all, but what I'm saying is I got great eyes to see who's harming us or who's trying to control us through imperialism, through fear tactics. Outside sources should not continue to have more say-so than the people from the land. We should be benefiting more because of certain times that went by. Not just working in America or Europe or South America for just paper currency. Paper currency that's losing value every day. I should be automatically connected to the oil that's being transferred from Sudan. Because it's a commercial Sudan, it's really Nubia. We all know that. So commercialism is overpowering our sovereignty that needs to push through. If we're under paperwork and contracts, then our sovereignty don't mean nothing. We gotta be completely uncommercialized and not in debt. It's very harmful to see what's going on, and yet Russia and China is doing business with the Arabs, while the Arabs killing the people of the land, and the people who's in charge is not from the land. It doesn't make common sense. I mean, can we be on one accord? Can we be on one accord? Is it going to be talked about? Is it going to be brought up? Is it going to come to the light? It has become too normalized over the years. The Republicans been helping me as long as I have showed them that I apply what I know and I'm taking myself serious. Now, my father and my grandfather and Freemasonry and the Illuminati helped groom me to understand what's going on within the shadow governments. So I just need to know. So we all have an understanding. It's not just for me. It's for every African and African descent. In my generation, the younger generation, the generation a little above me, where things continue to just be ignored and it's just business as usual, what would it be? I think we and I deserve to know. Because this is just not for my country. This is going on with. This is for the Africans who was enslaved and taken from what today is called Egypt. This is for the Africans who was taken from Libya. This is for the Africans that was taken from Morocco. The whole east northern area is controlled by the Muslim Arab and their regime, their outlook, their laws. But how can we continue to just be content with this? It has become too normalized. The four horsemen. The four horsemen is leading it. And that's not good for Africa. Maybe if you're an African or you're a black American and you want to be Muslim, maybe that's good for you, but for Africans who want to see Africa grow, put into Africa and believe in that land, that's not going to be good at all. It's not. The outcome is not good. They're already trying to create new world orders on both sides of the aisle. Everybody trying to create a new world order. And we got to work on being more in sync just to get an agenda for us. Come on. You got to line up better. Both sides trying to create a new world order, and us Africans, we just like stuck in the middle. The Pope and the head chief of the Muslim Arabs has come together for one world religion. The people who is legally under the Pope, under Capita Maximus law of the Rome of the Crown. And all the people that's under the Shada and under the Muslim regime and rule and under their crown, if they come together, they control all of us. If the Pope give permission to empower himself, he give permission to the head chief, the Muslim Arab people, and force every citizen that's under both of their regime, that means everybody would be forced to be Muslim Arab, with or without a choice. That's not good. That's why Muammar Gaddafi did not need to complete that mission. It was necessary. The four horsemen, look what's going on. Muhammad, his color horse. Umar, his color horse. Uthman, the pale green horse. And Ubar Habak, the other color horse. The four colors that creates the Muslim Arab universal flags. Lime green, black, white, red, just like the four horsemen and the prophecies. I'm telling you, you're not careful, they're going to take over. Even though the gods are coming back, it can still be a very demonic time. We have to own everything that conceals with us and understand how to get out of contracts, how to reverse debts. Because the business spectrum of commercialism with paperwork, that other ethnicities will always be able to hold it over our head and say, you forgot you signed this? We control you. We could control your country. We could control your nation. So we gotta be more strategic. My opinion. And this is not for everybody. I'm speaking of the people of my country, Sudan, Nubia. Because we know what we're up against. So, this message was intended for all people that has something to do with the continent of Africa that's not from there. And I hope I made myself as clear as possible. And African people, we got to strategically stick together. Whether it's Africans who's like-minded in other countries, other continents, or the same country as mine. But like I said, I'm going to do my part to make sure I'm an equal. And I'm not talking about a president. I have no intention to be a president. I said that before. I'm not putting myself back in that commercial realm. Because once you're in that commercial realm, you have a limit. You need to control that commercial realm and appoint people to be in those commercial positions. And I'm going to say this again. There's some things I admire about Vladimir Putin. But as long as you and Russia continue to do business with the Muslim Arabs who are harming my people in Sudan/Nubia, I cannot agree with your movement. I do not hate you, but I can't agree with your movement. I will have to just be neutral. If you're funding on helping these Muslim Arabs in my country and they're killing my people, because I will return soon. I just want to make sure everything is in order. I want to make sure me and my allies have everything aligned. But I will return soon, and I am the natural person of that land. And I have all my credentials in order. But if you continue to help and support them while they're killing and harming my people of Nubia or Sudan, I have to be neutral from all things. Like I said, I do not hate you. But this is some sensitive times. I should be creating and be over certain ports or areas for oil and oil. Not the people who don't have the interest and heart for the people of the land, and not the people who is not even from there, bringing their ideology, religion, and mindset and laws there. This is the exact same reason you didn't want Ukraine crossing that border, right? You didn't want Europe and NATO forcing to cross your borders. And I 100% agree. I agree. But this is how I feel. And I had to watch it for years. I had to watch my dad sneak back and forth. Sneak back and forth. And when me and him go, it was like the same situation. But I didn't go back and forth as much as him. I had to watch my father sneak back and forth because this same Muslim Arabic regime is still in control over there. Still harming my people centuries and centuries from now. This has been going on for over 15 centuries. They are tired. I am tired. And it's not just me, like I say. I'm going to make sure I'm going to bring together a collective of intelligent African men who was also taken away from their land from North and East Africa. We go build something good together, and we go all work on getting that back legally. Or we go try our best to take it to the highest courts. They are invaders, not invited. Invaders. We didn't give them an invite to force their sword and force their hand. Honestly, I understand certain things must come to pass. And we will get back in the position we're supposed to be in as Sudanese and Nubian people. I know it because it's prophecy. But I just want you to have an understanding, all people that relate to me in this political, geopolitical, commercial type of conversations that we're having. You understand geopolitics. You understand the things that y'all have done that's wrong as far as multiple governments towards the people that's in America that's African descent. You know you have. But I can only speak for me and any other African that I have that's in proper person under my flag and under my banner. Because there is some Africans that's here that's under my flag and under my banner.